My question to you today, my friends, and really, I want you to think about this one a little bit. I want you to take your time and really meditate on this. Why are you doing the thing that you're doing?
All of us want to feel inspired. We all want to feel like we're a part of something bigger than ourselves. We all want to have some sort of physical and psychological safety, whether it's at home or work. And at the end of the day, every human being on the planet wants the feeling that I can provide for myself and my family. There's nobility in work.
I think dreams are fine. Like it's fun to fantasize, but I think it's also important to just be honest about what dreams are. Is that they're fantasies. They're fun. And so I prefer to kind of take more of a present approach of like, okay, let's pay attention to like, how does this feel right now? How does the work make you feel now? Because I think if you pay attention to that, that's actually what makes great things happen in your life.
And I realize frustration is suffering. I get frustrated, I get concerned, worried sometimes. I go, okay, that's suffering. Where's it coming from? What am I stressed about? What am I concerned about? And what I immediately do is I realize the stressful thought. Since I've seen Christian G, I kind of traded one thing. What I really do now is I dig in and I notice that the only time you have stress or suffer is when you believe a stressful thought.
My thing is like, as long as I try my best, as long as I attempt it, then, that's not failing. Because there's a lot of people in life, whether it's in their personal life or in their business life, and they sit on the sideline and they're like, man, I don't have the resources, I can't build a business. Or I'm not old enough, I don't have the knowledge. Or I'm too old that I can't build a business. And I always tell people I'd much rather be in the trenches. I'd much rather be on the field than sitting on the sideline wasting time and thinking, man, I can't do that.
What are you really seeking after? Right? What do you really want? What hole in you, what missing part of you, or what sore spot in you is healed by the pursuit of your goals?
You need the problems because that's what generates the meaning. And if you don't have the meaning, then everything just feels pointless. And you're like, well, why do anything? So you need that meaning. It comes back to what I was saying about the stories that we wrap around our positive and negative experiences. Like that meaning is what creates those powerful stories that pushes us forward and makes us feel like our life is well lived.
I realized all I had to do was have my phone to be stressed. If that's true, my happiness is so cheap. Because what are the chances of everybody doing exactly what you think they should do the right way every day? So the antidote to suffering, the antidote of lost less than ever, is appreciation. I always tell people, trade your expectation for appreciation, your whole life changes.
The best leaders are actually the best followers. The best leaders never think that they're that the buck stops with them. They always believe that they're in service to something bigger than themselves.
The majority of not only entrepreneurs, but human beings, like we start off with can't. Like the majority of people are like, oh, you can't do this because this, and this. And it's like, humans are very disempowering creatures. Like if we don't catch our thoughts, if we don't catch our patterns, if we don't catch the things that come out of our mouth, if they're negative, like we need to switch that.
What really matters is the relationships with the people in your life. If you don't have people close to you to share them with, or to support or help support you, pretty much anything will eventually feel empty.
Don't confuse humility with meekness. Humility is being open to the ideas of others.
Your happiness will never last as long as it's got expectation behind it. What I did was, I began to realize I made the decision, it's the most important decision I believe of your life, and I'm not going to suffer anymore. Life's too short to suffer, and I'm going to live in a beautiful state every day. And the way I do it is, I catch myself and I start to get that sense of stress, I let it go, and I see the idea go by.
Me, self-confidence is measured, and there should be a degree of doubt. When we talk about building one's self-confidence, I think the mistake that we make is that we look inside. I think the reality is when we try to build our self-confidence, we should be looking to our friends, we should be immersing our relationships. When I'm looking to build my self-confidence, the question is, who around me do I need to take care of?
Not you saying how much money you have in the bank account. It's about who you are and how you show up in the world and how you show up for yourself. Forget about everybody else, how you show up for yourself. I honor your opinion. I will listen to good feedback, but I don't care if you think I'm a good person, I'm a bad person, I'm successful, I'm failure. It's not for you to decide, it's for me to decide.
They'll complain about being burnt out, or they'll complain about being tired. And I don't think necessarily in every case that we're burnt out or tired because we're doing too much, but maybe we're doing too little of the things that really matter, that make us feel alive.
The only way that change is going to take place is if you see the evidence of the collapse right in front of you. I think the challenge is that people have to wake up. And the question is, how uncomfortable do you have to become before you make up your mind to change something?
In life, I don't lose, I only win or learn. Like, if people can realize, like, so many people think like they've lost, but like if you just pull one piece of information that's good, whether it was a different perspective, extracting knowledge, a different way to go about life, a different way to not fall on your face, like, that's winning.
Appreciation, love, and joy destroy suffering. You can't be grateful and angry simultaneously. It's possible. You can't be worried and fearful and grateful simultaneously. So I tell people gratitude is one of the emotions to cultivate that'll destroy the suffering.
Things are going well, you're happy. When things aren't going well, you're sad. But when you learn how to self-regulate and create more coherence in your brain and heart, then you're no longer dependent on your outer world controlling your mood.
The biggest and baddest people are handicapped and crippled by their limiting beliefs, the things that they tell themselves, and that's why I say the biggest disability is a bad mindset. It's not this body.
Here's how I deal with fear. Fear is a figment of our imagination, right? Fear is created because of expectations. Firstly, once you have an expectation of yourself and you say, hey, I don't need to have this expectation, I'm just living life as a play. It's a game, it's music, it's fun, it's joy. So I'm doing it for the fun and the joy, so I am enjoying along the ride. Like, I'm not gonna kill myself if I don't get there one day. Like, it doesn't define me. It's there only so I have something to chase.
My goal is not to make everything absolutely equal, the amount of time in my relationship, to the amount of time I spend in the gym, to the amount of time that I'm working on my career. But maybe the goal is like an orchestra. You know, each instrument, they don't necessarily have equal time, but they come together in a way that creates art, you know, a symphony.
Choice is a gift. It's always there. You can choose what you focus on, and what you focus on is what you're going to experience. You can focus on things that make you suffer, you can focus on things that make you grateful. And of the two, gratitude is the better approach. It's not some namby-pamby positive thinking approach. It's intelligent, because when you're in a good state, you can solve the problem.
And like, so many people are trying to seek validation from other people. They're trying to be working on relationships with girls, or trying to, seek validation from other things and Instagram and materialistic things, and when the biggest relationship that they should be working on is the one within themselves.
In fact, you begin to realize how you think and feel begins to produce effects in your outer life. Now you start believing more you're the creator of your life and less of the victim of your life. Now, that isn't something that you take one bite of and swallow and it's all over. It's a process of repatterning. It's a process of rewiring. It's a process of reconditioning. It's a process of self-reflection and awareness and changing those beliefs.
All that matters in the world we live in today, outside your belief systems, is your ability to add value.
Fast forward all the way to when we're taking our last breaths. And at that time, nobody's opinions or our fears, none of that's going to matter. What's going to matter is how we lived, how we loved, how we laughed, how we learned.